everybody. Welcome to Are We Podcasting Yet? The podcast where we're trying to figure out if we're podcasting because we're still not really sure. Today, our lovely guest is Lingyi. Lingy is the creator, the innovator, the YouTube extraordinaire, the mind behind Wabanana. She's so excited to be on the show. Now, everybody at home may realize that there's one person that's not here. It's Alan. Meh. Anyway, Lingy, how's it going?
Doing great. You know, the introduction, it sounded really cool 9 years ago. Now you just no longer sound that cool.
How would you rather be introduced?
So, a beautiful and creative person.
Beautiful and creative person, Lingy, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having
You're
me.
very welcome. Can we talk about Wabanana? Is that okay? Because I feel like that would be where people know you from.
Of course, sure. Yeah, so today the biggest hurdle at work is that one of my clients came back to me and said they would pay less than what we were expecting them to pay for a show.
And then what happened? You are filing a lawsuit.
No. So they're still clients. So, well, to keep the channel alive, I did a counter offer, and well, hopefully works out.
Yeah, see, I generally piss people off and say fuck you, and then nobody wants to work with me again. That's usually how I go about those situations. Your tactic seems better.
No, I used to do that when the times were good. Because, like, you know, I've been doing YouTube for 9 years. Even like 3 years ago, if a client does that to me, I would just normally be like, "Oh, sorry, we're busy." Because it used to be like we never had to hustle for work for a good period of time. I call that the golden era of YouTube. But now, you know, there's COVID, there's also like content shifting, and so now we have to hustle, and now we have to be nice.
Content is shifting from YouTube to where?
TikTok.
Freaking TikTok. So they're making money now over there.
You do tons of TikTok.
That is not true. I don't want people to go to TikTok and find me and see what I've done on there. Please don't. It's a lie.
I did.
That's a lie.
I purposely went to TikTok and searched for your name, and I saw a lot of videos, so many more than I, expected, and so much more than I think you would have posted there. But yeah, well, to my surprise.
Well, I mean, surprising people is what the industry is all about. You've got to keep people on their toes.
Justin, you're a TikToker.
I know. I mean, only to you, me, and all 24 of my followers. That's a lot on TikTok, right? 24. I mean, it's a new platform, so I figure we'll get.
Yeah. Well, we do have quite a big following on TikTok, so I'm quite happy about that.
So you guys getting paid for your TikTok content as well?
Not by TikTok. Oh. And they don't really have like an advertising stuff the same way as YouTube. So YouTube, there's AdSense and all that, so we get paid from those ads, Grammarly, pretty much those kind of stuff that you see on YouTube. But TikTok doesn't really pay like that. So we did have a couple of client jobs on TikTok, but it's really hard to monetize because TikTok audience is from everywhere, and as an advertiser, unless you're like Coca-Cola who has global campaign, you probably wouldn't pay.
Companies are still looking to advertise on places. Why would you be losing it to TikTok when they don't really know where their money's going with regards to the demographics that are viewing the product?
Okay, so advertiser wise, there are so many other the thing is we're losing views on YouTube in general. Because there are lots of competitors like Netflix or Disney Plus, TikTok, or other platforms that I don't know about. So as you're losing views, advertisers go somewhere else. They go, for example, if you advertise on Facebook, you can just produce any kind of content and then pay money to boost it. So and also because of COVID, everybody's cutting their marketing budget, which is understandable.
It's been rough for everybody, I guess. So what are you guys doing to try and like get the viewers back? Are you guys changing your content at all, or is it still the same kind of stuff?
Well, we do keep the same kind of stuff because that's still what's getting us most of our views from. And that's what we are good at, I would say, after all these years, and we're still doing pretty well with those. So we're exploring new platforms like TikTok. Oh gosh, I don't know how many times we're gonna talk about this word.
I've seen
Yeah,
your TikTok
we explore
videos.
new platform. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, no, they're
Better than yours?
oh well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a low bar for mine. I'm just posting the same stuff that I put up on Instagram or Insta stories, and then I just go, I'll just move this over to TikTok now, just so that there's something up there. I haven't really delved into creating TikTok specific content yet, and I may not.
Why not? You looked great on it.
I don't know. There's no time. I mean, maybe if there's something I could think of to do that just requires very little thought. And I mean, I can't even like edit the freaking videos on there to how I want them to be. Like I can operate like really nice editing software for films without a problem, but I can't do the TikTok editing. Like I can't figure out how to get the things cut right with the sound and everything. With like I don't know. It's not intuitive to me.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty tough.
It is hard, right?
Are not really, yeah, it's hard.
It's-
We don't use the TikTok editing tools to do it, but I've seen a lot of Gen Z doing it, and the way they do it, I'm just like, fuck, like these kids are pretty different from my generation.
We're just too old. It's not intuitive to us. Like I need to go watch a YouTube tutorial. Maybe that's what you guys should do. You could start making TikTok tutorials
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good.
That could be a good idea. So to those who are listening that don't know what kind of content it is that Wabanana creates, how would you best describe what it is you guys do?
We do comedy skits. Is that enough?
No.
Okay,
You're gonna need to elaborate.
Okay. Wow, we do comedy skits with humor that's targeting Singaporean and other English-speaking audience in Southeast Asia, or
your content is specific for this region of the world.
Yeah, it is quite specific because I believe our content, it's not like American humor. I was gonna say that, but I don't really know what that is. It's not like British humor for sure.
You don't know what American humor is?
I mean, I know, but they're very different kinds. So yeah, and it's very hard to. How would you describe American humor?
The good humor, the funny humor.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah. How long have you guys been doing this? When did you first create it, and why?
Okay, so we've been doing this for about 9 years, almost 9 years. And why is because I used to work for a company called Garena. It's the C Group today. So I used to be in the game publishing business, and I made videos to advertise or amuse the gaming community who played League of Legends, LL. So we made gaming related comedy skits for the gamers. And one day my boss asked me, he's like, you guys doing great? Because we did have quite a decent number of audience. And my boss was like, do you guys want to do something that's more generic, targeting the people who don't even play games? So maybe what if you guys make it, and maybe one day we can utilize the channel and attract more people to play games. So that was the original objective of this whole Wabanana channel thing. So we actually did it for like as an experiment, just for fun. It was it was none of our KPIs, it was none of our projects. So a couple of us from the office just started it, and then it became insanely popular, just like
it has
overnight.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was quite surprised.
So where does the name come from, Wabanana?
The name is because we were trying to register for a name on YouTube, and then a lot of things were taken. So I think we want something that everybody could pronounce, like everybody, no matter where you're from. So, and then we also want some like Asian element to it. So Wa obviously is the Asian element, is the same as wow or whoa. And banana is just something that everybody could pronounce. So it's simple as that. I believe we tried a lot of other stuff, but it's all taken. The name is taken. Maybe wow banana was an option, but it was taken. So that was pretty much about it.
Do you still enjoy it? You still like it? You still like get up every morning, you're like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go make some amazing content to bring joy to the world.
I think it's different. I still wake up every day. I wake up looking forward to work, but my work nowadays, the focus has shifted a lot. So when I first started with the other colleagues in Garena, when we first started this channel, I was the manager of team. I didn't do much writing, acting, or whatsoever. And then I start writing heavily for about, let's say, 4 or 5 years. I was probably the only writer for the channel. And as my team got bigger, because now Wabanana, it's under my company. So I started my own studio, and Wabanana is a trademark now under my company. It has become independent since 4 years ago. So ever since I started my own company, my focus has shifted a little bit as well. I wrote for about 2 years, but now my focus is more about running the team, getting the right writer, and try to run the business. So it's very different from, over the years, what I do today compared to what I did back then.
Do you prefer what you're doing now?
No, I prefer writing.
Oh yeah?
I prefer carefree writing.
Carefree writing's the way to go.
But you gotta hustle and make money. But I have to say though. So now I do what I enjoy nowadays is because I'm taking a step back. So I do give a lot of opportunities for my junior writers to write, and they are amazing. And seeing what they could do, really inspire me. And I know that I can't write forever. I can't write for the rest of my life. And then if I don't get like somebody else to impress me, what am I gonna do for write for Wabanana for 20 years? It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't do everything yourself. And you've got to be able to relinquish some of that control. Otherwise, nothing happens. I've always been trying to do everything myself the whole time, and there's no way. There's no way. And that's why I hired I hired the interns.
Oh, you did. I saw that on your
they're great.
story.
They're not really interns. They're more of they become more of a family.
Already? How long have you had them?
Like a week.
2 days. Wow,
they're great. I feel like we've bonded already. We're shooting tomorrow. They decided I should do a YouTube series. So they are basically in charge of this. We're shooting the first episode tomorrow.
1 week, that's longer than most of your relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's about as long as most of our relationships.
All right, I'm sorry, my apology. What are you filming?
We're filming at Bugis Plus Mall, where they have the prawning on top on the 7th floor. I'm prawning. I'm gonna be prawning with Hersey.
How long are you gonna prawning from?
I don't know. There's once again not much of a plan. Just until either me or Hersey drives the other one crazy, or
with
somebody.
Hersey.
Yeah, or somebody throws the other person into the prawn pool.
You're prawning with Hersey? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he volunteer or did you ask him?
Oh no, I asked him.
Of course. Okay.
And he was like, yeah. I was like, cool. He could have said no. I'd been like, fair enough. Doesn't want to go prawning. I get that.
Yeah, I saw that story and I thought long and hard for 2 seconds and I decided not to respond.
What would you have responded with?
If you're asking if anybody's going, wake surfing with you, or then I would go. Yeah,
that's not it's not. We're trying to do Singaporean stuff. Is kind of the concept. It's like me
fishing. Because I would go.
You go, okay? Because I don't do Singaporean things. My lovely interns. I don't like calling them my interns. They're more than that. They're my team. My Creation Circus team was like, you should do things that don't necessarily revolve just around you. And I was like,
wow.
I was like, go on. I'm like, maybe since you live in Singapore, you should do some Singapore stuff. And I was like,
oh my God.
They're like, Yeah, so like that's it. We'll just film you doing Singapore stuff with Singaporeans. And I was like, I think you kids got something here.
What other Singaporean stuff that you're gonna do? I'm just curious because
Yeah,
I would say
this
I'm
is
quite Singaporean.
this is all top secret. We're gonna figure this out. I think one of the things they want me to do is like march the there's like something that like people have to do it in national service. Like the guys have to do where they march like a really long way. Like I'm gonna do that. There's also
Okay,
like
that's cool.
there's also like the national service like physical test. I'm gonna do that. One of the guys on my team, we're gonna compete against each other, and I think we're also gonna get somebody else that's like just athletically a badass that will like destroy both of us. We're gonna do stuff that other people have done, but I think it's gonna be in our own unique way. This
Okay.
is gonna be unique. We're gonna go nuts.
I have to ask because I'm a YouTuber, right? So what's the
Yes.
title of your series?
No idea right now.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll figure that out in the edit.
Who's gonna edit the videos? Your intern, your family members,
My
or
my
you?
my creation circus family. Yeah, they're good. They're good at editing. They got this. This is the first
Okay.
time that I'm relinquishing power and creative control, and there's something liberating about it. I think it's a good thing.
It's okay. We like to laugh at people like you sometimes, so we
Good.
will still watch your videos.
I hope so.
So, you know Lev, right? So Lev is your flatmate, and
Yeah, I heard him singing a
also
second
happened
ago.
to be one of my employees, who's
Yeah.
a writer. So he also he's been in Singapore for 10 years, and we laugh at him every day in the office for his lack of knowledge about Singaporeanism.
Yeah, so I mean, that would the same thing would happen to me. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what did you laugh at him today about?
For example, every day at lunch, he goes away and buys Subway.
Yeah, sounds like a good call. What do you guys eat?
Yeah, okay.
What are y'all
There's a
eating?
food court. There are 2 food courts downstairs, of our office, and there are
Okay.
lots of local stuff that you could have gotten.
I'd go chicken rice.
Yeah, name 2 more Singaporean food.
Kway teow,
Kway teow is a type of noodle. It's not a dish.
like the carrot cake. It's very oily. Chili crab, the chili stingray, like the fried rice. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. There's the soups with the stuff in it. I'm a pro.
The soup with the stuff in it and fried rice.
Yeah, that's at the hawker centers. I mean, so a lot of the local food, to be honest, it's a little bit oily for me, and I just break out, and I feel very sleepy. Like it messes me up for the rest of the day. I can't handle super oily stuff. My body can't take it. So like I'll just be in like a brain fog the rest of the day, and then the next day I'll wake up with like acne.
That's fine. How long have you been in Singapore exactly?
I moved here from Bangkok in 2012.
So almost 10 years.
You've been here how long?
I've been here more than 15 years.
Okay.
16, maybe even 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, Singapore's a very international town. Like, there's a lot of options. You can adapt to the culture in different ways.
Uh-huh. So, do you watch any local content?
I mean, if I'm in it, yes.
Who's?
The big idea on Channel News Asia. It figures on Channel News Asia. That was local-ish, right? Was that local content or is that still regional content? It's regional.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess it's
Have
yeah.
you watched the Hersey stuff? Since you're going out with him,
I watched Hersey stuff. I
flying
watched his new music video just now, just before we got on. He just released a music video today. Yeah, I watched Hersey stuff. I watched him and Ben Kang's stuff. Fucking brilliant. Love it. Those guys are great.
Okay, the Benzi project, right?
Yeah,
I think
it's really
those
good.
are really good.
Oh yeah, no,
Really,
super
really
smart. They're very talented guys. Yeah, no.
They're-
So yeah, I think their stuff's amazing.
Ugh,
Oh, and
That's a
Wabanana.
good thing. That's a good stuff. My stuff is for younger people, so probably
It
not your
is.
generation.
It's for I think, like what's the main age group?
Um,
12?
I do think our content is getting a little bit too mature recently. I wish it is slightly more easy to digest, if you know what I'm saying. So
Maybe
when
I should give you
started
guys another chance. Is it getting more mature? Are you guys talking about more mature subject matter?
No, just for like some of our jokes are getting a little bit too sophisticated, and then I think like younger kids wouldn't really get it.
You gotta educate them. They need to learn. I think it's okay to make some stuff that these 14-year-olds aren't gonna get.
Yeah, but according to YouTube stats, our audience, the majority of them are from 18 to 34. But I don't really believe that because kids nowadays they put fake age just so they could watch, 18 plus content on YouTube. So I would say our audience is slightly younger. Also, I think why I said our content targets the Southeast Asian market is because the language that we use on the channel is English, but I do think we use a simpler version of English that is easier to digest for people who speak English as a second language, but not necessarily the first.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, if you're going to go regional here for the masses, you can't really have the English be at too high of a level because it's just hard to consume for everybody.
Yeah, so I used to think it's a little bit embarrassing that way. And for a period of time, maybe I was trying to do something a little bit more, articulate and all that. Then I realized actually it's much harder to do jokes that is not that articulate.
Really? How so?
Yeah. Because you think about it, like jokes, stand-up comedians, at least most of the stand-up comedians that I watch, a lot of them nowadays, they do jokes that's a little bit offensive. Mm-hmm. a lot of racist joke, a lot of sexist joke, but the hardest jokes to make are the clean jokes, and the hardest joke to make are jokes that appeals to everybody instead of a particular age group. And there are very little things in this world that everybody finds funny. And as much as I don't think Mama and I we are like top-notch comedian in the world, but I do think we serve a pretty good purpose. Like we produce videos that you can watch with your parents.
Yeah.
And laugh together. I think that's pretty amazing.
That is impressive.
So that's one of the reasons I find after all these years to justify myself for a lot of things. But it's good. Yeah.
I think it's a valid point. I mean, it's good to have that kind of content out there for sure.
It's like Johnny English, Mr. Bing. You can watch those with your parents.
Right.
Yeah. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Norseman, you probably can't really watch them with your parents. They're not.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Of course you can. That's not that.
Not Asian parents, for example. Like, or not even maybe a Canadian Hong Konger who moved to Canada like 50 years ago. Probably not even that. I think our content that you can watch with anybody, your teacher, your parents, your friends, or your niece. So pretty happy about it.
If somebody told you, hey, we're gonna fund you to start a whole new YouTube channel, brand new YouTube channel, do something different.
Do what?
Do something different. What would you do?
Oh, technically we already have a second channel that does game shows, which is completely different from scripted stuff.
Okay, not that one. Different one.
Porn.
You just start a porn channel on YouTube? I don't think that's allowed. Softcore.
No.
Shadow puppet porn.
I would probably do drama.
Okay.
Definitely think I write better in Chinese and I tell story better when it's in Chinese than English. But I would love to do drama. Yes, gangster stuff. Because I think in Singapore, every single drama is very politically correct and safe. Money Heist. They're bad guys technically, but they're cool. And Money Heist is not even one of the best, bad guy series that somebody has made. So in Singapore, there's not even like a kick badass character ever. As if everybody in Singapore is a well-behaved citizen, which I don't think.
It's not interesting.
That is very interesting and very, very sad.
I mean, characters that aren't bad are not terribly interesting. It's not provocative. Yeah, it's boring. The dating world here, how's that treated you in Singapore?
The what?
Dating world. I'm only bringing this up because whenever we bring up dating, that's when people start to watch this podcast. That's the stuff people want to know. They just want to talk about sex. That's what anybody wants to talk about.
Okay, I see.
That's it.
I think Singapore is a pretty pretty awesome place because there are lots of beautiful people, both male and female, out there.
True. It's also very small though.
Would you agree?
I agree. It's just so small. When you find somebody to date, they know probably the last person you dated, probably really well. And they also know all your friends already. And it's just kind of like, it's a headache.
The thing is, I've never had that problem because I don't date that much. You,
Right.
on the other hand, of course, everybody you've dated know each other.
I know. It's really irritating.
I don't have that problem because I've always had long-term relationships, and when I was actually dating around, I was not in Singapore, I was in Taiwan or the States, so that problem has never been a problem for me.
You're very lucky.
I am. I know.
It gets to the point where like I don't even know if I want to date anymore, just because I feel like it's over. Like we should just stop now.
That's Justin. Do you believe in love?
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't continue trying to date people if I didn't believe in love. I've been in love.
Maybe you're dating for you do?
Yeah, I've been in love. I've had my heart broken. I've had my soul crushed. Huh?
When was that?
I mean, I've been in love a few times.
When was the last time you were in love?
It's been a while. I'd say the last time was 2012.
Wow, sorry for the girls between 2012 and 2021. Justin was not in love with you guys.
They're aware. I'm very I'm pretty clear.
Wow. So how did you know you were in love?
You know when you're in love, don't you? I know.
I used to think I know because it used to be very fast. Within a few months time, and I would be able to say I love you so easily to this person I'm dating. But not as I grow older, it gets hotter and hotter.
Yeah, I think it's because as you get older, you just become more jaded, and it becomes much more difficult for you to like be like, okay, maybe now. It's I don't know. It does get harder. I think it does get harder to fall in love when you get older.
So, is that why you've not been in love for almost 10 years? It's so sad.
Why is that sad? I mean, I have plenty of things that I do love. You know,
like what?
This guy. I love this guy. It's great. These guys.
Oh, you don't have a person.
The dinosaurs. I mean, I have friends. I love my friends. I love you, Lingy.
Thank you. I love you too. Yeah, that was easy.
It's almost as awkward as when I proposed to you at the bar.
Okay.
There's pictures.
But it's okay. You got your visa now, so it's okay. Yeah, we don't need that. Otherwise, I would have to charge you.
Right. No, it's fine. I don't have any money.
Just like how you guys do in the States. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to answer your question, I don't know. I think at this point, like I'm old enough now to where like I kind of know what's gonna work. Like I know the kind of woman that works for me, that I'm gonna like. I know this, and so when I start dating somebody and things start to happen, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I end up getting to a point where I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, she's great. She's great. This is a great girl. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's funny. But this is gonna work out. And sometimes it's not me. It's not always me either. It's been the girls have done this to me also, and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Wait. What is like a switch off for you? What's a turn off point for you? Like what are moments that make you think that okay, she's not for me?
Like if I'm talking about certain topics that I'm kind of enjoying or something, and like they just can't. Like, there's nothing. They got nothing there. There's like they have no input at all. They're not like if they're not into any of the same stuff I'm into, that's a problem. I mean, because what are we going to talk about 6 months from now? Or now? What are we going to talk about now? Like this, like once that beginning phase kind of ends, where the passion ends, if we're not into the same stuff, there's going to be a problem. Which is why I find it very difficult, to be honest. For me, it's been very difficult for the most part. There's been a couple exceptions, but for the most part, it's been very difficult for you to date people that are not in the entertainment industry in any way. like people that have that work for like corporations and stuff. It's been very difficult for me to find a way to make that work. There's been one or two exceptions, but for the most part.
Okay. I actually find it very intriguing to date people who's not in the entertainment industry.
It's intriguing, but for me, I can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad
It's hard to talk about certain stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. When I'm dating somebody, I like to be able to kind of come back home and be like, kind of talk about work and what's going on, and for them to have input and be like, yeah, no, I mean, you got to do this, blah, 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 like, and have that back and forth. That's important to me, as opposed to them kind of going, and then like and then they don't really get what I'm saying, and then they talk about their work. They're at the office or sending emails or something, and I'm like, oh, okay, like that's I can't do it. I can't do it.
What's the percentage of the women that you've dated who are from the entertainment industry? Would it be 60-40?
Oh no, higher than that.
So most of the ladies that you've dated,
women that I've actually like dated. I don't mean girls that I've like gone on a date with or met up with or whatever. I mean like so I was like actually dating.
Yeah.
Like 90%.
90%.
Yeah. Creative industry in general, like as people that are writers, singers, actors, hosts, models, like, kind of that creative realm. It's definitely 90%. I've been in that area.
I have never dated anybody from the entertainment industry.
Maybe you should try.
No.
It seems like you've made a conscious effort to not date anybody in the entertainment industry. Why is that?
I have not made that conscious effort. I just I told you I've always been relationships, like long-term relationships.
Why do you think that is?
Because I choose and I settle. That is so sad to say.
I'm going to assume your current boyfriend won't be listening to this, who I think's great, by the way.
Because they were all amazing, and I fell hard for amazing people. Yeah, please erase the word easily. And yeah.
You said settled. What do you mean settled?
I think in my past relationships, I'm that kind of person who would commit very easily.
Why?
Probably childhood drama. I mean, is that what you're expecting? No, I don't know. I fall quite. Oh God, this is really bad to say. If any of them hear it.
Nobody watches this podcast right now, so it's fine.
Okay, cool. I think I fall relatively easily, and once I'm in love, I think about settling down. Not necessarily settling. I think about settling down with this person. I do think about spending the rest of my life with every single of my ex-boyfriends when I was dating them.
I've had that thought with a couple of women that I've dated, for sure. It's generally not the direction I go. Generally I go the opposite direction of, okay, so at what point am I going to be very bored? Then that can change. That often changes to, oh my God, this girl's amazing. Maybe there's a way we can make this work. Obviously it never has up to this point, but I have tried to some extent to make certain things work out before in the past with a few special individuals.
Okay. What effort have you made? I'm curious.
Like not being a dick, not wanting to break up.
Oh my God. Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean what effort? I think now as a boyfriend, I'm pretty decent. I used to not be the best boyfriend ever, probably. But I think at this point, as like a boyfriend, is like somebody that's dating somebody, I'm pretty good. So I don't know like what other effort I need to be making at this juncture. Like, what do you mean? Maybe this is the problem.
What's your love language?
What do you mean? What's my love language?
Okay, what makes you happy when? Okay, well, I'll give you some options as your partner. When she does this, does it make you happy? When she give you verbal compliments, does it make you happy? From 1 to 10.
That's a good question. Not really, because I mean, maybe I'm okay with it. I don't need a lot of affirmation. Like,
okay,
it's fine.
So maybe like a 5 or 6, you would say, if you score 5. It from 1 to
five,
10?
five,
5.
six, six, 5, 6. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. 5,
So,
whatever.
which of these actions make you feel loved? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Physical touch.
Yeah, that's important. That's pretty important to me.
Okay. So, would you say an 8, 9?
Yeah, we can go 8, 8.5.
Okay. Act of service.
So what?
Act of service.
Like, what do we like? What does that mean?
Basically, she doing stuff for you. For example, she make an effort to plan your birthday.
I mean, it's
or
obviously really sweet and it's touching, but I don't. It's again, I'm not sure it's something that I necessarily require. I mean, obviously, I can be appreciative of it. I don't think I need it.
Cool.
5 again.
Do you like gifts?
Gifts kind of make me feel a little weird sometimes. Not really. I mean, some are fine. I don't know. It depends. I think it also depends on who's giving the gift. And like
The girl you're dating is giving
yeah,
the
but
gift.
which girl? It depends on which girl.
Oh God.
No. I don't mean to say I'm dating multiple girls. I'm a one woman guy. I'm just saying like, there's been girls I've dated where if they gave me something, I'll probably be like, it's a little weird. Whereas there'd be other girls I'd be like, oh, this is adorable. Like it depends on what it is, you know.
Okay, so I would say that you are a physical touch kind of guy. That's the action. Your love language is physical touch. If your woman give you a lot of physical touch and all that stuff, you feel love.
But I also need them to be like intellectually compatible. Like it's very important for me that I can talk about worldly
intellectually compatible is
matters.
actually it's like basic.
Right.
You have to have that to begin a relationship.
What are you?
I actually did a test. I'm actually really even from like everything is like super even, so I need everything.
Oh, because you're pretty high maintenance then.
No, just a little bit of everything.
Okay, so you're low maintenance.
I would say I'm very low maintenance. That's one of my best quality.
It's not a bad thing.
Who are you dating now?
No one. I'm pretty relaxed. I need to focus on like, this amazing new YouTube series that I'm doing where I'm doing Singaporean things. That's really where I need to focus my efforts.
Okay. So wait. Where do you meet girls? Tinder?
So lately, first time I did dating apps was I did it for a little bit when I was in LA over the summer. Met like one person. That didn't work out. Met her once. And then then I've hopped on it here in Singapore when I was in quarantine in September. And so I've kind of been on a couple of dating apps since then. And so that's kind of how I've met girls. Because you can't really meet people out now, really randomly, too much.
Yeah.
Right? There's no events. It's not like you're going out in big groups anymore. So that's kind of been the only way to really meet people. I feel like none of my friends at this point really think that I should date any of their friends. So that's not happening either. Which I think, to be honest, I think that's crazy, and I'm mildly offended. And by mildly offended, I mean pretty offended. Like I think I'm a good guy to date. I'm honest. Like I'm not gonna date anybody else while I'm dating you. Like I don't have time. It's too much effort. One girl's enough effort. I'm not gonna date 2 of you. So, I don't understand. I guess because I tend to not go into any sort of long-term relationship. So I guess if,
Yeah, it's quite hard to hook you up with people.
It's just, hook me up with the right person.
Yeah, like if you ask me right now, would I hook my girlfriends up with you? I would probably say nah.
Not everybody's my cup of tea and vice versa. So it's fine.
The right one will come around.
Or one day. This is great. I mean, we've talked about your work, and we've also managed to have a little bit of a therapy session, mostly for me, it would seem.
Yeah.
Well, you're fine. You're good at dating. You're a good dater. You find the right guys,
and I stick to them.
And you stick to them. I don't.
And
all right.
I just want to say sorry to all the girls that you've dated between 2013 till now that Justin was not in love with.
They've been treated very well, and I
with
adore,
respect. Yes, I believe.
and I adore. I'm in touch with. I'm still in touch with most of them. We're all very good friends. Not like together as a group, but we're all. I'm good friends with them each still individually.
Okay, I'm good. Glad to know.
Because the dating went so well. Because I'm a good guy to date, is what I'm saying.
I can't be. I just want to end this thing with a statement from me. I can't be friends that with people I've had sex with but not ended up
Oh,
dating.
really? Why?
I don't think I have friends like that.
Oh, no, I can definitely have sex with somebody and just be their friend after. Oh, even after we've had like romantic feelings for each other, I can then be like a really good friend of theirs afterwards.
I believe I could, but I don't have one that's like that.
You should
I
try
don't
it
have a
out.
friend. Hey, okay, I will.
Yes. I mean, just because like for me, it's like, you spend so much time with somebody and there's a reason because, that person who you enjoyed being with for all that time, odds are they've probably influenced who you've become to some extent. Therefore, just because you guys decide that it's not going to work out romantically doesn't mean that person should be totally eliminated from your life. Like that, to me, that's such a loss. Like what a loss that is to all of a sudden just be like, oh, just because we aren't going to work romantically,
Okay.
now you're not in my life anymore. That sucks. So I tend to go out of my way to make sure that's not the case because these people are important to me, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm gonna text all my ex dates now.
All right. Thank you very much, Lingy, for joining us on Are We Podcasting Yet? Alan is still part of the podcast, guys. Just Lingy is so busy that she can only do the podcast at this time because she's quite the busy bee. And Alan, I think, is asleep right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And also like and comment if it's on Instagram. And now we are on Spotify. We are on other streaming things. I don't know what the other ones are. iMusic. We're on all of them. We're all on all the. I'm sure there's like a list or something on the artwork that one of the interns is going to do. Sorry, one of the team members.